It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see last season's touchdown leader, Jonathan Taylor, closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year. It's the Colts and the Raiders, next on Madden Football.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium, opened back in 2020. Today we hit Week 10, and we got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and we've got an interesting matchup here featuring two of the leading.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series, and at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Yeah, they got the win.
You had the win, so you got to give him another chance.
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception. Streak going, throwing touchdown passes. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Ryan. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. This one completes Alec Pierce. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are on the board first here in Vegas. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
On first down, Carr steps away to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect to maybe throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Throwing his car on third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They find some open field here. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like it take that type of...
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Forced out to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So Ryan heads to the sideline, and out now is Rodrigo Blankenship for the Indianapolis field goal try. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The return man, Ty Johnson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we move past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday. Happy early birthday, buddy. And he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The Raiders had 1-7 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Carr again. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Flush to his right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Raiders trying on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's going to go out of bounds, but... shouts from these
plays under review.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And he stopped immediately there. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On second down, here's Ryan. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Ryan now to throw on third down. This pass complete to Reynolds. Touchdown! Josh Reynolds, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And he's got... extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the...
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Carr now to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake. Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Here's Ryan. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again, Ryan. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. He finds Pierce. It's complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The final shot here before half for Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
All start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there.
They're just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extreme.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Raiders. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Vegas. 51 yards. Here's Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Jacobs again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They go with Jacobs. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
57 yards rushing for him now, and what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Play action. Now it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And they do get this across midfield of the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run once more with Taylor. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively. defensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Ryan. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Brought down on the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's got some space here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 35-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. In motion comes the tight end left. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. They'll run him with Jacobs, and he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room, and a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations? In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded just inside the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the ring.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Carr over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good...
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm.